This is our snowman design. This is going to be a one stroke with black and white over the top, and we're going to spread out the white paint using a finger dauber to just blend out the edges. We're going to give him a carrot nose, and then we're going to use just some black to give him some charcoal eyes and some pieces of charcoal for his mouth. And this is optional, giving him just some black line work for arms, but mostly we just need to know we have the head and a face of a snowman. This is how you do that. Okay, this is the cake we're going to use for our edge. It's more white than black, and we really don't want to get a whole lot of the black for this cake because the black is more for edging. So we're going to put the edge of our brush to load it mostly in the white and just let some of the black get loaded, just a little bit. And it's going to naturally blend into a gradient with some gray in between the white and the black. That's good. That's normal. That's actually what we want to see. We don't want a really stark black line to outline it. So right above his eyebrows, we're going to, about halfway into his eyebrow, we're going to just kind of give a curve. Take it over to this other one, lift up and start over here and kind of bring it over the other direction. Just kind of make sure it's nice and clean. Then we're going to take a finger dauber loaded with white paint. You can just give this a little spritz so you have some water, and load your finger dauber sponge until it pulls pretty stiffly across this white. You don't want it to glide too easily or it's too wet. So we want it to be pretty sticky. And then we're going to just kind of go down here underneath the edge of this one stroke we did and blend it down into the middle of the forehead so there's no drastic lines. We want this to be kind of blended. Just carry it down in between the eyes. See how that's blended out? Then we're going to use a filbert brush with some orange paint. We want this to be pretty creamy, like the consistency of pudding. The nose is probably one of the most awkward pieces to do. It's really not that hard once you get the hang of it. But you're going to use your filbert, you're going to lay it down flat this direction so that it uses the curve. And then as you pull, you're going to twist it so it comes to a point. And it's okay if it's kind of blotchy. It's actually fine. So it's kind of in the shape of a carrot. Then you're going to use this cake again in just a round brush. This is a round number 4. You're going to load up some black. You don't want this to be very, very wet. This should be about pudding consistency as well. As I'm pulling across, I'm twisting the brush so that it has a nice sharp point. And then you're just going to kind of, now these need to be imprecise. These are not perfect circles because they're actually supposed to be charcoal. So you just kind of touch and give it a little wiggle. And I like to give 4 or 5 pieces of charcoal for the mouth. If you're going to give it some branches for arms, you can start right here in the corner and just kind of wiggle, make it squiggly. And there's no right or wrong way for branches to look. So it can be one has 2 little twigs coming off of it and one has 3, or they can be even. Doesn't really matter. So that's our snowman.